Hi, this is Patty with Sleepy Glen Homestead. Today I'm going to talk to you about sweet potato slips. Back in November, when sweet potatoes are on sale, usually in the fall time, I bought a whole bunch of sweet potatoes because we like to eat them, and I also wanted to grow some, and I didn't know if it would be possible. Well, here we go. It is possible. Here's one that I bought, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago maybe. And you can see that right here, it's starting to grow a slip. What I would do if I had time, and we're probably going to eat this one, but I would stick some toothpicks in here and set it into a glass of water, like I've done here. These ones I cut in half because I wanted to see if I could grow sweet potatoes from the top and the bottom of the sweet potato, but it doesn't work that way. So one side will grow the slips, the other side will grow some really nice roots. Now you want to start growing your sweet potato slips 6 weeks before your last frost. That way it'll give it enough time to start producing all these slips. I don't know when mine started growing. I just saw them start growing, and so I started putting them in water. And I think it was probably back in March, so it's been a couple of months. You can harvest these slips when they're about 5 inches tall. This one here is extremely long, and it grew probably 6 inches in the last couple of days. And what you do is you just pull it off. There we go. And this one has a lot of roots. If it comes off and it doesn't have any roots, don't worry about that, okay? Because sweet potatoes in their infinite wisdom will start to grow roots when you put them in a jar of water. So I've had this jar of water going for probably a couple of months, and pretty much all my sweet potatoes have got roots on them. You want to make sure that you keep your water level high while it's in the jars, because you want to keep your roots nice and moist. Here's another one, and I bet these are at least 5 inches. And I measure with my finger, so yeah. These two are definitely ready to come off. So I'm just going to pull them off. Now this one doesn't have any more sweet potatoes, but oh, we might have another one growing right here. Now in the case of this one, I have 2 different slips. So I'm going to try to separate them because I want to get as many sweet potatoes as possible. And look, that one has a nice root, and this one is full of roots. Each sweet potato, meaning sweet potato, will grow about 12 slips. Each slip should grow about 3 to 5 sweet potatoes. So we're hoping that we're going to get a lot of sweet potatoes off our little harvest here. I still have some more jars in the house that are growing sweet potatoes, and it's really not that hard, people. It's really very easy. They do all the work. This one here, which is kind of interesting, I didn't want to put it in the water this way because this was one I just pulled off the pantry about a month ago, and it was starting to grow the slips already. So I just stuck it in the water sideways, and it works. So I'm going to take these 2 off because I'm going to plant these today. We've got rain coming later today, hopefully a good rain tonight, so I'm going to make sure I get all these into the ground. Now, growing a sweet potato is not the same as growing potatoes. Potatoes, you can cut the eye off, which is called chitting. You cut this off and it will grow a new potato from that. That's not how sweet potatoes reproduce. They reproduce from the slips, which you plant the slip in the ground. Now, can I grow sweet potatoes from this? Yes, I can. But what's going to happen is I'm going to lay this down in the dirt. I'm going to mound the dirt, probably about halfway up here. The bottom will grow the roots, and the slips will grow off the top. And you're still going to pull your slip off, put it in water if it doesn't have roots, or put it in water if it does have roots if you're not ready to plant it. Okay. Now, when you plant these, you want to make sure that your dirt has a lot of phosphorus. They need a lot of phosphorus. We had our soil tested and we have a lot of phosphorus, so I don't need to add anything. One thing I want to note here is don't plant these near squash, pumpkin, or cantaloupe, you know, things that already vine, because they're all going to compete for the light and for the space to sprout out, because these will be like a huge vine out in your garden. So be sure you have a lot of room. You can also plant these in containers and they will grow sweet potatoes. So let's go up to the hill and start planting our potatoes. Okay, I'm up on the hill, and if you're new to our channel, the hill is just part of a hill that's in front of our house, and Keith has cultivated it so that we can have a garden up here, and it's pretty massive. We've got 65 rows that he made that are all about 180 feet long, so we're growing a lot of food. We're also going to be selling a lot of the food at the farmer's market, and I'll be canning a lot of it up and storing a lot for ourselves. So that's what we're going to do to become more self-sufficient. So let's go back to planting sweet potatoes. If you don't have one of these, I suggest go and get one. They are like the best tool for your garden. You need to plant your sweet potatoes 4 inches into the ground, and I'm just going to dig a hole, and I'm going to get me a slip, and I'm just going to hold it down to the bottom and release my dirt. That's all you got to do. And I'm going to plant them about 1 foot apart. So this is about 1 foot. I'll do another one. And this has a really nice root. And I'm just going to pop that dirt right back into the hole and give it a little push down. Okay, that's all it takes to growing your own sweet potatoes. If you like this video, I'd like to keep them short, but if you like this video, hit that subscribe button and hit the like button. If you have friends that like sweet potatoes, share the video with them. Show them how easy it is to grow your own. It doesn't take a lot of space. You can plant them in planters, or if you have a hill, or if you just want to experiment. I love experimenting, playing with different types of food to see if I can grow it. So anyways, thanks for stopping by. Take care. God bless.